hiking trails are like veins coursing through the rugged terrain, each one offering a new adventure waiting to be discovered. With each step, the ground beneath your feet changes, the air around you shifts, and the sounds and sights of the wilderness envelop you. It's a journey of self-discovery, pushing beyond your limits and experiencing the raw beauty of the world around us. And today, we'll show you the best hiking trails in the US with proper camping sites that will certainly urge your mind to pack your bags. So, stay tuned till the end. Number 5. Vermont's Green Mountain National Forest. If you're looking to get your hike on, then the Green Mountain National Forest is the place to be. You simply cannot miss Vermont's long trail. It's like the star attraction. So if you're feeling wild, go ahead and try to conquer the entire 270-plus mile trail. Now, not only is this trail picturesque, but it's also got some serious street cred, as it happens to be the first ever long-distance path in the USA. This path is no joke, as it goes from the Massachusetts border all the way to the Great White North. The trail follows the ridge of the Green Mountains in Vermont and is simply stunning. Now, let's have a glance at the camping sites. It's the perfect getaway, with not 1, not 2, but 5 built campgrounds waiting for you to set up shop. But listen up folks, there ain't no trash stations or electricity hookups. Make sure you bring everything you need to survive in the wild and unplug completely from the modern world. Now, the campground's accessibility might change depending on the season, so keep that in mind when you're planning your escape. Oh, and some of these spots require reservations. So come on down to the forest and live your best life in the great outdoors. It's time to get in touch with nature and make some unforgettable memories. Number 4. Maine's Acadia National Park. Well, look at Maine, the pine tree state, flexing with its 17 million acres of woodland. That's a whole lot of trees, my friend, and if that wasn't enough to make you grin with envy, hold on to your hiking boots because there's more. Maine's got 32,000 miles of rivers and streams, 6,000 lakes and ponds. And let's not forget about Acadia National Park on Mount Desert Land, where Mother Nature shows off her best assets. Whether you are a birdwatcher, hiker, or just a plain old nature enthusiast, Acadia's got something for you. Now, let's have a glance at the camping sites. So, there are these 3 cool spots to pitch your tent and roast some marshmallows in Acadia National Park. First up, we've got Blackwoods, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Bar Harbor. Perfect for those who like a side of convenience with their s'mores. Now for the piece de resistance, Schoodic Woods. This campsite is surrounded by water and people. Water! How cool is that? It's like you're on your own private island, except with more trees and fewer coconuts. But before you go setting up camp anywhere your heart desires, just know that there are some rules to follow. According to those big shot officials, camping is only allowed in certain designated areas. So don't go rogue and pitch your tent in the middle of a hiking trail or on a top of a picnic table, okay? Let's keep it civil. Number 3. Virginia's Shenandoah National Park. Hey folks in the DC area, are you tired of the hustle and bustle of the city? Well, have no fear, because just 75 miles away lies a magical escape. But this retreat offers more than just good food. With over 500 miles of paths to explore, you'll find yourself in awe of the breathtaking vistas and waterfalls that surround you. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not take on the longest and most challenging trek in the park? The 8-mile climb up Old Rag Mountain may be a tough one, but trust me, the reward of those jaw-dropping views from the summit will make it all worth it. Now, let's have a glance at the camping sites. First off, if you're planning on pitching a tent or parking your RV at one of the 4 campgrounds, make sure you're not stuck in the snow. Yes, those spots are only accessible in the spring, summer, and fall, so unless you've got some serious polar bear skills, you're out of luck in the winter. Now, if you're the type who likes to plan ahead, it's best to reserve a site in advance. Don't be the person who shows up with no reservation and ends up sleeping in their car. Trust me, it's not a good look. And if you're really feeling adventurous, you can always go for the backcountry camping experience. Just make sure you have got a permit. It's free, by the way. Who knows? Maybe you'll even spot Bigfoot out there. Let's now see which trail is calling us now. Number 2. Maryland's Asante Island National Seashore. Do you have a soft spot for sandy beaches and a passion for camping? Then I have some exciting news for you. Asante is a hidden gem that you won't want to miss. It's a barrier island located off the coast of Maryland and Virginia, where you can enjoy sandy beaches, salt marshes, woodlands, and coastal bays. Plus, there's a community of wild horses. And let's be real, who doesn't love horses? They're majestic, fascinating creatures that can make any trip extra special. But wait, there's more. Asante boasts 37 miles of beach, which is perfect for strolling or hiking. And when the sun sets, pitch your tent near the crashing waves, and you're in for a treat. Now, let's have a look at the camping sites. So, if you're planning to camp between November 16th and March 14th, it's a first-come, first-served situation. So you better set up your tent fast before some other eager camper beats you to it. And listen, there are 2 campsites available for your majestic creatures during this period, but it will cost you $50 per night. Hey, they need to pay for their hay, right? Now, if you're planning to visit during the peak season, which is from 15th March to 15th November, you need to make a reservation in advance. The cost is $30 each night. But if you want to secure your spot, you can make your booking up to 6 months in advance. It's like reserving a table at a fancy restaurant, but with more trees and less cutlery. And if you're feeling like a true wilderness explorer, you can go for backcountry camping. It's only $10, but you need to have a 7-day permission requirement. So there you have it, the ins and outs of camping on the Maryland side of the island. Now grab your tent, pack your bags, and get ready for a wild adventure. So nature lovers, let's talk about the last one. Number 1. California's Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. If you've never been there, get ready to feel like a tiny ant next to these massive sequoia trees. And trust me, it's a great feeling. Being in the presence of these giants will make you forget all your problems, and just take in the breathtaking beauty that surrounds you. It's like stepping into a fantasy world, where everything is grand and magnificent. The scale of this park is so epic that it will make you question your place in the universe. But don't worry, it's a good thing. It's a humbling experience that reminds you that there are more important things in life than your daily routine. And if you want to take your experience to the next level, I highly recommend taking a day hike in the forest. You'll feel like a true explorer, discovering new sights and sounds that you've never experienced before. If you're planning to hit Sequoia and Kings Canyon, let me give you the lowdown on the camping situation over there. There are 14 primary campgrounds waiting for you to set up your tent. But let me tell you a secret. If you're not the plan ahead type, don't sweat it. Most of the campgrounds work on a first-come, first-served basis. So, if you have luck on your side, you might snag a spot even if you haven't booked 6 months in advance like some crazy planners. And if you're looking for a little bit more solitude and want to ditch the crowds of car campers, then you might want to pack up your gear and head to one of the more remote locations. Walk along one of the winding paths and find yourself a cozy patch of the grove. Or why not camp along the Kings River? It's a bit more challenging, but the reward is worth it, my friend. So there you have it. Whether you're a plan-ahead kind of person or a spontaneous soul, Sequoia and Kings Canyon have got your back. Now, grab your tent and get ready to embrace the wilderness like a true camping warrior. If you want to stay up to date on the latest tips and ideas for making the most of your getaway, be sure to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you'll receive regular updates and insights that will inspire and guide you as you plan your next unforgettable trip to another amazing city. So, don't miss out on any of the magic. Subscribe now. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.